Today we're filming the scene where Mike takes down two of Hector's henchmen.
All right, guys, we're gonna start talking about the shots first. Did you finish getting ready?
Daffy.
Last looks.
Action.
Hector has asked him to go to the DA and lie on Tuco's behalf.
I would like for you to tell the police that the gun was yours.
Would you?
Mike's a difficult man to deal with.
Respectfully, I'm gonna have to say no.
You sure about that?
I am.
So we'll go back to what we, the Salamancas, do, which is make him an offer he can't refuse.
So Mike knows Hector is going to send guys. So he's got this great old school plan to use carbon paper.
I love the simplicity of that. You put your foot on that mat, you leave a mark.
One of these days he's going to find footprints. And lo and behold, this particular night he does. And he sees footprints of two different men's shoes.
It was our charge to make it mysterious, make it thrilling, create a sense of tension when Mike goes through his house.
Here's what I thought we did. Should be two cameras. One, our shot that we talked about before. Low light, they come right at us.
It's just wonderful to be working with this cast again, people whom I've known for 5 years, 7 years now, and worked with before on Breaking Bad.
He's directed one episode. Hopefully he will, I hope, direct a great many more.
I think that looks really nice.
It was a reunion because Arthur Albert, who was our director of photography on Better Call Saul, was Michael's mentor.
Hey, Arthur, I'm just asking them to cheat this over just a little bit so that this light plays on him like the second video. Yeah.
We shot our night sequences in the house during the day, but one of the ways that we cheat night is by shooting day for night.
So we've put black curtains around the entire house so it looks dark on the inside.
That are maybe 4 feet, 5 feet deep, so that the electricians can get lights out there and make it look like night.
Let's turn that light on, please. Thank you.
All right, guys, here we go.
One of the things that I did to set this sequence up was to create a very long shot.
Kids, I'm going to go all the way to the back porch.
And in earlier sequences in the house, I made sure that you saw that the bedroom door was open. So when Mike comes home during the day with the paper, I made a point of showing the exact same location and repeating that shot again later on when he comes home at night with the door closed. So astute viewers are going to notice that one difference.
At that moment, he knows, well, this is not that big a house. I've checked every other place. There's only one place these guys could be.
Billy Mays here for the Gourmet Quick Chop.
Billy Mays comes on even louder than normal, and this draws these two guys out of the back bedroom.
Here's how it works. Just place the vegetable on the board, give it a tap, and you've got finely shredded cabbages.
The fight scene in the house, we used the actors wherever we could. We kept the fight kind of simple but violent. We specifically tailored this fight in that he's very efficient with what he does, and he's not trying to kill these people. He's just disabling them really fast.
So much of what you do is cerebral, and when you finally get a chance to do something physical, it's a relief, it's nice.
Down. Down.
In order to break the tension of the long sequence, I knew I was going to be cutting at that moment, which is why I wanted the previous setup to be in single takes or in very long, drawn-out moments, so that when the cuts happen, the audience gets a little bit of a jolt and we experience with him the tension of the moment.
Seconds for crunchy coleslaw. Tap again and chop celery.
Mike kicks these two guys' butts, and he does it by being tough and by being smart and by being pretty cold-blooded in this moment.
Take the 5,000.
Watching Jonathan Banks break bad, watching him kick butt is always a highlight for me.
It took two guys to tell me that?
We were just supposed to scare you. That's all.
Try harder next time. Get out. Get out.
In Better Call Saul, we're seeing a lot of these characters become who they will eventually become. It's a bit of an evolutionary tale.
Cut it.
The Mike Ehrmantraut we know from Breaking Bad is a cold-blooded killer. That's not who he seems to be in these early seasons of Better Call Saul. At some point, he suddenly found himself on the wrong path. I think it's a bit of a tragedy. As soon as they're out the door, we start to see another side of Mike. Mike has been troubled by this. This was not as easy as we would expect. This is not necessarily a guy who enjoys doing this, and we see him realize that there's blood in his hands from whacking one of these guys in the head. It's kind of a quiet, contemplative scene. You sense when you watch it, he doesn't want to be doing this. It feels very real, and as I say, you realize you're not in an 80s action film. This is a real guy. Tough as he is, he's vulnerable.